let's all just think about those 2 fourth downs. Let's say we kick the field goals 29-28, and then probably a completely rearranged and different ending. Now, who that ending would have favored, I don't know. Because even if we had that 1 point, who knows what we would have done on offense. There's so many what-ifs to this game. Like, what if we got those field goals? What if that one wasn't blocked? What if this? What if that? Like, there were so many. The final was 28-23, so if that other one wasn't blocked, we could have won the field goal on that sequence we could have won with a field goal at the end of the game, assuming that New York didn't drive down the field and score a touchdown or kick a field goal, which very well could have happened. Again, with all these what ifs, like what if we got those first downs? What if we didn't go for the fourth downs and got the first downs? Then what if nothing happened, or what if something did after those first downs? Like, what if our 2 idiots in the secondary didn't collide into each other? And what if Leotis McKelvin wasn't such a bum and knew how to cover? The interception by Jordan Hicks at the end of the game had us jumping for joy, and we thought we were going to just use that 29-yard line field position and just win the game with a touchdown, but that did not happen. Let's talk about play calling again, because that may have lost us another game. I think it actually did. That's pretty much... It's on Doug again, in a lot of Eagles fans' opinion, and in my opinion. It's on Doug. I mean, you can't run a quarterback draw on fourth down. First of all, in that situation early in the game, you can't go for it on fourth down. That's dumb in itself. And second of all, if you're going to go for it, like run a slant route or something to DGB, I don't care what you do, just don't do that. And then the other one, the Sproles one, I don't know, that one wasn't as bad of a play call, but it was still a bad play call. Let's talk about Aguilar here for a second. I'm so tired of hearing about drop balls and, drop passes. It's part of the game. It happens to everybody. I'm so tired of hearing about drop passes. And then what does he do? He drops a pass on third down. Fuck you, Nelson Aguilar. If you don't like hearing about drop passes, then stop dropping the football. Okay? The promising part was the bomb to Treggs. Like, he had 2 receptions for 69 yards. The first one was an 11-yard first down on the sideline. That was a nice catch. And then the bomb, the 58-yard bomb, that was just beautiful separation. But then he didn't have another catch the whole game. Obviously, that Treggs catch set up the Matthews touchdown. But then after that, Treggs wasn't involved at all. So, I don't know. At least we got the bomb out to him, and at least we were bombing the ball in, trying to make something happen in the air for once. And Ertz had 100 yards, damn near 100 yards at least. So that was also good to see. And then, I don't even know if I could take any more positives out of this game. There were a few. Like Ertz finally having a big game. Treggs having those couple nice catches. Sure, he only had 2 receptions, but they were for almost 70 yards, 69 yards. And, I don't know. I say this every week. These last 3 losses, these few losses, how, it's promising that we can play the kind of defense that we're playing at the end of games. That's true. But then our offense isn't finishing the job, and it's getting really frustrating. So that's another issue we have to deal with. The fact that even if our defense can get a stop or an interception like they did, there really isn't that much to hope for in the way of offense. With these stupid play calls, these dumb screens, these dumb runs, I just don't get it. I don't get what his mindset is in some of these play calls. You know, like, it just doesn't make any sense. The 2 interceptions at the beginning of the game, not good enough, Wentz. Not good enough, sir. And what did the Giants do? 2 straight touchdowns after the 2 straight interceptions. First interception sets up a touchdown. Second interception sets up a touchdown. 14-0 Giants, not even 5 minutes into the game. Not good enough. That's not the start that you want to have on the road. Our defense came out firing on the first sequence. They came out and got a 3-and-out, just like that. And then Wentz threw that pick, and then Odell had the touchdown, and then Wentz threw another pick, and then our 2 idiot players in the secondary, was McKelvin and somebody else, collided with each other, and basically left Sterling Shepard butt naked in the end zone. All 3 of their touchdowns were just like cases of their wide receivers being wide open. Like, it was terrible. Like, when we're seeing touchdowns given up like that easily, not good. People are saying that, like, the season's over, you know, and that there's no hope. That might be the case. I mean, it looks like Dallas is going to win the division either way, and now we're in 4th freaking place at 4-4. And we're in the hunt in the wild card at 4-4, but, like, there's also a couple really good teams in the wild card, like Seattle, and that's the one that I can remember. I was looking at it after this game. Seattle was one of the really good teams that were in the wild card hunt, and we do play them in a few weeks. God only knows how that's going to go. But, yeah, I don't even know. Next week, we have Atlanta at home. We've been really good at home. We have yet to lose at home this year. Actually, all 4 of our wins have been home, I think. Have we won a game on the road? I don't think we have. No. We haven't. How about this one? We're 4-4. 4 wins at home, 4 losses on the road. I think that's how it goes, because Cleveland was home. Or no, we had a win on the road. That was Chicago. That was 1-1. Or no, that was 2-0, and then 3-0 was Pittsburgh at home. That's 2-0 at home. And then we beat Minnesota at home. So we're 3-0 at home. And we're 1-4 on the road. Yeah. So, definitely a shitty road team, that's for sure, and a pretty good home team. In our next 3, our first 3 NFC East division games were all on the road, so now the last 3 are at home. So, that could be good. Like, if something miraculous happens, like we actually make a push at the playoffs, if we decide to start playing football and not being idiots, then that home field advantage for the last 3 NFC East games is big, and definitely something to consider. And we just had a 4 games out of 5 road stretch, so with Minnesota being thrown in there at home. So we probably have a bunch of home games coming up. We have Atlanta and Green Bay at home, and then I think Baltimore is in Baltimore. And then obviously the 3 NFC East games are all at home. So we have a lot of home games coming up. So that's a good thing, but I don't know. It seems like every week I'm starting to lose more and more faith. Like, I just don't know. Like, these late game situations, sure, our defense will come up big like they have in the last few weeks in these late game situations, but then our offense comes on the field and just does these short little passes and loses yards on these plays, and it's just like, are you kidding me? So, yeah. Eagles fall to the Giants 28-23. Heartbreaking loss. Lost at the very end, 4th and 10 in the red zone, and then they throw a little fade route to Matthews. Can't haul it in. Game over. The play calling in this game, just like last week, is just frustrating. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Eagles lose their 2nd straight game. Both NFC East opponents 0-3 in NFC East, all road games, and 0-3 in the NFC East. Not good enough. So hopefully these ones at home will go better for us. And you know, we just have to win football games. Obviously, that's the ultimate goal. Like, obviously, you know, that's an obvious statement, but like, we're putting ourselves in position to win football games, and then at the end of the game in the fourth quarter, at least for all the losses, because all of our wins have been by more than one touchdown. So we've never, all four of our wins have been like by more than one touchdown. Even Minnesota was 21-10. That's an 11-point win. You know, Pittsburgh was 34-3. That was a blowout. And then 29-10 Chicago, 29-14 Chicago, and 29-10 Cleveland. So all of our wins have been by more than 7, but all of our losses have been by a touchdown or less, which is heartbreaking. It's not good that, like, in these late game situations, we just can't get it done. At least so far. So, like, the fact that we haven't gotten one done is really heartbreaking. But yeah, that's all I have. Go Birds. See you guys next week.